Hello and welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and that guy below me, I didn't think you were here actually. Hello, Maff.
Oh, hello. I am here. Yes. I sent you a quick message just saying that yeah, I'll be a couple of minutes, and here I am.
Oh,
You got here.
I thought you weren't available.
Did you misunderstand?
I completely misunderstood, and yeah, sorry, I can't even find your message.
Yeah.
Right, yes,
So,
I didn't understand.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm basically unavailable tomorrow and through to Wednesday, and then back next Thursday, I think. So.
Okay, right. I did not understand that at all. Right, bearing in mind you're here, I'm going to get rid of that Twitch. I'm going to get rid of that Twitch stream. So removing Twitch, remove. So what do you want me to add? Do you want me to add your
X would be good. Like,
okay.
Thanks awfully. That'd be good.
Do you want me to change the title a little bit?
Sure. Okay. What's going on today? Much confusion about math or something. Could be. I mean, that would do.
Right, you can always change it later. Right. Okay. So I'm doing that.
Math the taff has got in a faff.
Oh yeah, there you go. Brilliant. Very, very poetic. Yeah. Do you mind being called taffs? You it's probably better
to us taffs mind being called taffs.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, it's just a name. Don't mind it really. I think if I was called it regularly, like all right, taff, I might get a bit annoying, but it's not like offensive or anything like that.
No, unlike sheep shagger or something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just redundant.
Well, do you know the reason for that?
Well, because there are lots of sheep in Wales.
No, apparently it was. This is according to my daughter who lives in Wales. She said that the crime for stealing a sheep in Wales was actually less than shagging it. so if you were caught sort of taking a sheep, you'd be like, sorry, I'm just having a bit of fun here. I'm not stealing your sheep. I'm just having a go. They'd be like, oh, I don't mind then. I know you carry on. But
I quite like the ambiguity there, though, of caught taking a sheep.
yeah. And yeah, so I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds a bit ridiculous to me, but anyway, but I could just imagine just leave the little black one alone because that's mine.
Yeah, that one's spoken for.
She's my favorite.
Yeah. I think the irony there is it actually that you're doing a better Welsh accent than I can do. So,
I've actually spent all morning with my friend and new colleague actually, who was from Cardiff actually, but she's got. I don't really like the Cardiff accent. It's a bit packy can the car pack, and it's a bit sort of harsh, But I think she spent a lot of time abroad, so it's a bit more softer, like more of just a general South Wales accent.
Yeah,
she does talk like that a bit,
Yeah, it also gets a bit kind of infectious. I don't know if that's the right word for it, right? Infectious. It rubs off on you a bit. So if anyone's wondering, I'm going to be spending a few days in Wales. I did say I wasn't going to mention that, didn't I? But now I've gone ahead and mentioned it. Yeah. Oh well. But we've got people looking after the house in the meantime. If any burglars are watching,
really
the house will be occupied. So in any case, but yeah, and the cats are here as well. So there's that. They're quite ferocious.
And there's a big dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a big dog that has teeth, and it's just permanently angry. So so there's all of that. But yeah, so it's quite possible because obviously I was born and grew up in Wales, southwest Wales. So I kind of lost the Pembrokeshire accent if I ever really had one. So but when I come back next week, I might have gained a little bit of that. So,
you're like, all right, spoil.
yeah. What do you mean I sound different? See, I can't even do it. I just can't consciously do a Welsh accent. It's so weird.
I've never had a problem, see.
Yeah.
I actually really like it as an accent. I think it's lovely, actually, and
yeah, it's very musical. It's the penultimate syllable has the stress on it, and that just kind of gives it a bit of a lilt, I think.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a word now. Country de Vendigad. No.
So yeah. I mean, if it was like sheep shagging, it's a sheep shagging, sheep shag. You know that. Anyway,
I'm just trying to think how Roman says, like, the word that always gets me when he says regulations, and it's like regulations. It's I don't know. It's just a weird emphasis. It's like slightly different, and it's very nice. It's lovely to listen to, I must admit. I used to be in a band with the guy who sang was from a little place called Wattstown up in the Rhondda Valley, and he had the most gorgeous accent ever, and he was like a really peaceful, chilled hippie dude, you know, and 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 I've got a recording of, like, you know, something we did back in the 80s, you know, sort of years ago, and he's talking about that Rolling Stones song, and like, and next we're going to do Midnight Rambler. But he went off to Japan to teach English as a foreign language, and I said, how's that all going to work? He said, well, it's not bad. Like, see, we do all these, like, do it all with these little cards, you know. And so I show them a picture of a bird, and they go, it all is all a bird. so you got all these, like, Japanese businessmen speaking with this, like, weird South Wales accent, you know. I thought it was brilliant. Anyway, he made quite a career out of that, and then he took up this taiko drumming thing, which these, like, big drums that's what he does now. He does some sort of taiko drumming workshop up in Chester. I think.
Is that like where it's really kind of big arm movements? Boom,
yeah,
boom, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, it's a real physical kind of workout playing them things. It's amazing.
Gosh, good way to get fit. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, and it's quite sort of you know, almost kind of like tribal in a way, sort of you know, the noise they make and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, fascinating. One of the people I met decades ago, and I loved him to bits then, and I'm still in touch with him on Facebook and stuff. But I'd love to see him again, because he's just absolutely a delightful human being. He's just so lovely to be with. He's brilliant. Anywho, I have got I've got this page open here, which is a post from Scotty, who I think is here. I think he was first to chime in. Yes, he did. Indeed, he was. Yeah. So looking at this Greatland GGP thing, which is what he was looking at yesterday. I'm just trying to work out if this is good news or not. So Greatland GGP said BlackRock Inc. has notified the company of a change in its major shareholding position. BlackRock crossed a notifiable threshold on June the 30th, 2026, with its total voting rights in Greatland rising to 5.77%. Is that good news or not?
You're asking me. Sorry.
If that's Scotty, but I'll have to wait for him to write a letter and post it to me.
Sure. Greatland GGP said BlackRock has notified the company of a change in its major shareholding position. Well, neither good nor bad so far. BlackRock crossed a notifiable threshold with its total voting rights in Greatland Rising. So I don't really know. That's just a thing, isn't it? It's just like it depends how much kind of power that you want BlackRock to have generally.
Okay.
So if you're a Greatland GGP shareholder, would you feel good or bad about that, or ambivalent? I don't know. Yeah, I'd be fairly nonplussed, just like whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just personally, but without really knowing much about it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm still interested in getting some actually.
Yeah.
Just
One thing I suppose, thinking about it, is that it might impact the price to the positive if BlackRock is kind of buying up shares in them, then that suggests demand, interest.
yeah,
So probably
yeah.
it's positive, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yesterday I sold my Tesla shares after having held on to him for a long time. So
Yeah.
that was good. That was good because I was far too overexposed in Tesla. So I was looking at this GGP thing. So and what we were looking at it on the 4 hour, weren't we, with Quadzilla? So we'd already seen it come down to this retracement here rather beautifully. That was 1st of July, but I was looking at it on that was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, looking at the 1 hour as well. 1 hour hadn't quite come down to here, so I did set an order down here, but I'm actually wondering if that's probably not. Not sure if that's going to happen now, actually, to be honest, because it was all quite good. We were getting these like trend shields and all that, and then a green background, up we went, and all that. Don't know. I'm tempted to get a bit, even if I only hang on to it till there. So what would that be? That would be a 32% increase. That would be very, very nice. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so that's Greatland Resources Limited, and that was courtesy of Scotty. And
talking of whom, he's just told us what we probably should have known. So BlackRock increasing its stake to 5.7%, crossing the disclosure threshold, signals strong institutional confidence. Yeah,
right.
It's kind of what I kind of ended up concluding. I think pretty much that is positive. In other words, so this comes shortly after Greatland announced a major 62% increase in its group ore reserve. Sorry, its group ore reserve to 5 metric ounces of gold plus 196 kilotons copper, driven by strong results at Telfer. Greatland is transitioning into a significant gold copper. I've got to stop slumping. Sorry, I just realised I was like really, sit up straight, man. Right. Greatland is transitioning into a significant gold copper producer with assets like Telfer and the Havairan project. Institutional buying like this can improve liquidity, visibility, and often supports the share price. Ooh, there's more. Okay. Telfer Hub is the only gold and copper permitted processing plant in the Patterson. Cost, I guess, Australian $1.2 billion for financing completion decades ago. The closest relevant facility is Nifty Copper Concentrator. That's what I would call the company. It's just like, this thing that the company does is nifty. Because just label it that. For making like pasties, Cornish pasties, just nifty pasties.
Yeah.
Just letting people know, don't they? They're not going to buy from like bad pasties next door.
No,
they're going to go to nifty pasties.
Yeah, you don't want a ginster pasty when you can have a nifty pasty.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Ginster or ginster. It just sounds a bit kind of, just very unappetizing. Like, what do we put in this thing? Primarily copper with limited no gold focus. Okay. Yeah, copper. I think you were saying, a fair amount of time ago now about copper, weren't you? That opening a copper mine is a very, very long-term thing.
Yeah.
Like 10, 20 years or something ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it was me just respouting something that Wiz said. I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the consequence?
Nice. Quite like that. Yeah.
What was the consequence of that? What was the consequence of that? I can't remember now.
Well, the copper thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's like when you start mining for copper. Yeah, it doesn't start making money for like decades, doesn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, I think I seem to remember 20 years was the thing. I think just while we're here, I think we've read out all of Scotty's comments, but we kind of missed out on Kaz, so we should probably correct that immediately. Hello all, hey Kaz, and have you any plans to do any live scalping at all, this or the other channel, even using a dummy account? Yeah, I think you know, this gets requested fairly often.
Yeah,
I think, and we probably ought to take note of that. And actually, because
sorry, go on.
Well, that was it, really. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that because I was thinking in the couple of days you're away. Which does includes Tuesday, doesn't it?
Yeah, all up until I'll be back on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, two things really. I was thinking, you know, regarding the thumbnail, it was and the title of this thing. You know, if anybody, you know, within our community or whatever, you know, fancies coming on a live stream, having a chat. I mean, you know, we're not going to test your TA or anything like that, or judge you or anything like that. But if you just want to come on and just have a chat and you know, talk about what you do, what you like doing, that'd be really cool. If you want to do that, just get in touch with me. You know, DM me either in the Discord or Telegram or whatever, and do that. And I think that might be some quite nice content, really. I mean, I really enjoyed them little videos I did with Wiz, the guy from Jitto and the guy from River Finance. I really enjoyed doing them up in Manchester last week, and I think it's quite nice content. It's a bit different, so I was thinking along those lines. It'd be nice to, you know, have some people along to do, you know, just to vary up the content a little bit. And then I also thought as well, and this would probably include Tuesdays as well, where I'm not particularly available during lunchtime. On that day as well, I do fancy doing some live scalping or live trading. I probably will do that on the other channel, just because I don't really want to kind of mess around with the YouTube algorithm too much. Because
I think if it's just something that you're doing during the live stream rather than emblazoning it across, you know, the title and all those sorts of things, it's probably okay.
Okay.
I think you could even oh, mind you, there's not really a title for well, I suppose, yeah, I mean, on X you could probably kind of put a big sort of like, you know, we're going to be live trading blah 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 as much as you want on there, and they don't care about that. But yeah, I would think probably YouTube would be fine as long as if it's not in the title. So,
yeah, I might not risk it. Actually, I might do it on the other channel just because I've heard of stories of people getting their channel pulled because of doing that kind of thing. So I don't want that to happen, because that'd be horrible, wouldn't it? It'd be like,
oh yeah, God, yeah,
be a horrible thing to happen. So
start again with 0 subscribers, basically.
Yeah, which is about what the other channel's got at the moment. So it might be an interesting, you know, thing anyway. And if it works, then we could do it. All I'm thinking is it's going to be quite a lot of like nothing, you know. So maybe I'll just have a chart up. I'll tell you what you can do now, because you know, like I'm a sort of like one tab at a time on the live streams. So what you can do now is on Chrome. Oh, how the hell do you do it now?
What are you trying to do? the incognito window. Is that what you're going for?
No, you can actually. There you go. Right, you can do add tab to new split view, right? So you can actually you can do that. So so basically, I could have a chart over here.
Yeah.
And then here I could have.
I can only see one tab.
Oh,
I can only see the split. You know, not the not the two.
Oh, bugger! Is that right? Ah, damn. Oh, okay, I was hoping. Oh, that's rubbish. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Ah, what does that show now? What does that?
It says choose a tab to add to split view.
Oh,
and there's StreamYard in there.
It only shows one at a time. Ah, bugger.
Well, yeah, to add to the split view. Okay.
Yeah, but okay.
That's not the one you want to show, is it?
That's just okay. Right. Hang on. So what's appearing there? Hang on a sec. I don't know what's happening.
What's going on?
What is going on? Right. I might have messed up slightly there. Okay. What I thought would work doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. Space Catty has just reminded me. What about the pop-up chat window? Do you mean that? Like the chat feed? Or are we talking about something else? I'm not sure. Anyway.
So, right. I don't know what I've done here. Hang on a sec. I'm going to open a new tab up.
Do you need just reshare? I think start again.
I know, but I've got the StreamYard thing up open.
So currently nothing's sharing. Obviously, talk about redundant comments.
Okay, all right.
Shall I share for a little while?
You share for a little while, and I'll sort myself out. Obviously, that didn't work at all.
Yeah. All right. Share screen. Entire screen. That's obviously the thing. But then you need a second display, don't you, to then share that?
Which I can do actually.
Okay. So Kaz is just saying, even if, say, just a dummy account, like $5 margin, something small, just see the process. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think that'd be a good thing. I hope everyone is doing well with these. Well, it's good that the prices are unpredictable, because that's kind of what we want, isn't it? That there's volatility. I think. Not as long as it's not just totally random, then there's not much we can really do. But
I'm back.
Hello, welcome back. Russia accused the US of using crypto to wipe out its $35 trillion debt. Okay. Putin's advisor, Kobyakov, said Washington will shove debt into stablecoins, devalue it, and reset the system. It's difficult to argue with that. You can kind of see the reset happening in not even slow motion. It's just, yeah, that's a wonderful business idea. Mentorship, one-to-one for noobs like me. Oh, okay.
Who's
that'd be
mentoring?
Interesting.
Who's mentoring who?
I don't know. Maybe Space Catty would be mentoring us.
That sounds like yeah. Yeah.
How to make the perfect slice of toast? Going by the avatar. But yeah. Always one to consider. Definitely, I think. I would feel a bit like a charlatan offering mentorship, depending what it's on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I hate to say it, but there'd be better qualified people to take your money.
I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't like the responsibility really, but no, I do like the idea. That's a real shame that the thing didn't work actually, where you can split Chrome into two things, but StreamYard still regards it as a single browser, a single tab. That's really annoying. That is. I thought that was going to be the answer to my problems. Yeah. The answer to my problems, of course, is to get a second monitor and just drag.
They're so cheap now. You can get one for like 60 quid.
Yeah.
Like you know, just full HD, like 15-inch monitor, just USB. Yeah, cheapest chips. Well, cheapest very expensive chips.
Yeah, chips aren't that cheap, are they? Really?
No, they're horribly expensive. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
also, sliced bread.
Anyway,
sliced bread is no longer the best thing either. You know,
it's true. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So, I just happen to have Bitcoin on the 3-minute chart here. There's so I wanted to just point this out. It's moved a bit since I first noticed, because earlier on that little drop hadn't happened and the price was right here, and it had just like peaked up to that point, because there's definite kind of resistance going on there. If I draw that, you can kind of see it peaked up, and it's just gone up to the same point again, and now looking for the world like it's just going to drop down again, and maybe down to there, which would itself kind of make sense, because it's going to go like, what have I done? Help, the rectangle drawing tool, not what I wanted. Why did it do that? I clicked on, is it got, because extra things pop up. It's like a little gotcha. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yes, this could come down to like here, because it's that kind of range there. If I draw that across, because you've got that, and look at that area of liquidity just there, really. There. God's sake, I clicked, but it was off screen, I think. Let's try and do that. Yeah, and that sort of thing probably doesn't really matter. To there, or it could come down to basically where that line is. So, and there's a retracement level just there too. So definite sort of, for flip's sake. That was a good save, wasn't it? Blimey, that was close. It's that. Sorry, just I'm really, this sort of thing really does piss me off. There you go.
Can't believe how potty mouthed you've become in the year that we've known each other.
I know, and you know, you should see what it, you know, what it's going to be like in a year's time.
I know, you'd be like a builder.
You're gonna have to put like speech bubbles in it, beep beep beep, and beep beep beep, and so on. But it's look at that. I hate that so much in any UI. Do you see what I'm getting at? The thing above is that, yeah. So click anywhere up here, but you move up there, and it pops up a little thing that does a different thing underneath the mouse. Right. It's awful. Like that. And then a second later says click here to learn more. God damn it. I hate UX designers, all of you. I don't care if any of you watching are UX designers. You're all, yeah, I was going to swear.
You're all blithering idiots.
Yeah, my car. I got a new car, which this is first world problems now, to be fair. But privileged white man speaks, you know. But it's just, you know, well, there's no such thing as white privilege, by the way. But anyway, privileged man speaks. So got this lovely new car, and the whole like UX in it is awful, because it's multimodal. So that there are physical buttons, yay. They you know, they kind of pushed the boat out there. I think there's like at least one physical button that I'm thinking of, like the radio control knob. But sometimes it switches the radio on and off and controls the volume, and other times it controls the air conditioning, switches that on and off and controls the air conditioning rate. And there's no obvious wherefore or reason why it flips from one to the other, as far as I can see. But in any case, when you're driving, you think, oh, let's have some radio, and you can actually flip through the media thing, you know, glancing down quickly, and flip what you want to listen to, and it comes on, and it comes on absolutely full volume, like blasting. The whole car is shaking. Right. So there's immediate sort of trying to, and then suddenly there's no way to switch it off. This happened the other day. There's no way to switch it off. Stabbing things, stabbing the radio on and off button, trying to turn it to turn the volume down at least. And even though I've just switched the radio on, it's controlling the aircon, and this thing is still playing at full volume.
God.
It's like how to induce a crash.
Yeah,
so,
really.
Because it's multimodal, the most complex UI is made even more complex because it changes, randomly. You don't really know what button is going to do what at any time, and you're supposed to be like contending with that while you're driving. So anyway, that's probably enough of a rant about that. So UX designers, you're all horrible. There you go. You're too modern.
Is that a Kia?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. I hired a Kia Exceed, I think it's called. In Malaga last year, and it was actually probably one of the weirdest cars I ever used. Actually, it's like, for some reason, every now and again it wouldn't start, and it was because I'd forgotten to do something, like I'd forgotten to, I don't know, put something in some position or whatever. I don't know. It was like really weird, and I thought, like, I would never buy a Kia because they're just too weird, But anyway,
they're too Korean.
Well, it's a bit unlike any. It's a bit unlike any car I've ever had. I mean, I've had a couple of Renaults, and they're a bit weird, but I kind of know the weirdness, So they're okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
by weird, do you mean not British enough for your tastes?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's just, but I had a Kia Sportage, like before this Kia Sportage. It's a creature of habit, I guess maybe I just don't like change. That's probably the thing. But
my brother-in-law buys a new Fiesta every 7 years.
I'm amazed they still make them.
They do. They're gradually getting worse as well for that kind of reason. You have things like where you push the radio button and the glove box opens or something. Like.
Yeah, the ejector seat kind of, hit the ejector seat cancel button and the radio comes on. That sort of. Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, I was trying to click. This is going to take a long time, isn't it? All of that because I was trying to click on a.
I actually thought I was going to be on my own talking to myself. I'm actually really pleased that you're there, and
oh, that's good. Yeah,
I am actually in an incredibly good mood as well.
So that probably helps. So you're putting up with my rants anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ought to try and talk about something to do with chart TA in any case, I think. So for all of that, I want to click on brush. There we go. That's done now. That took 10 minutes. What the hell was I going to draw? Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So the price. Oh, it's broken above. In any case, it's going up. So maybe I was going to say, like, the price comes back down because we have got a bearish retracement level there. So the price did its kind of down, then it went up, and it might well still do that down, coming down to that level. You can just sort of barely see really on the chart, and that would complete that. It's step 3. But if it does come down again, which it probably will, below that, it's going to kind of. I always tell it just not to. Anyway, I'll leave it. So anyway, it's important that just appears right on top of wherever I start drawing, because that's a bit I'm interested in. Anyway, so yeah, quite likely the price might well kind of come down into this block here, possibly down to that level there. God, that's a badly drawn line, isn't it? That level there. So come down to that one, and then possibly down to this area because it was support there, and there was kind of liquidity all around it there. It tied in with that retracement level there, and it kind of skewers all of that liquidity around there as well. So possibly down to that line. We could extend that further. There's that retracement level there that's continuing. There's base of that just there. So it could go. There's a whole like ladder going on. Each of those would be, in terms of probability, high probability of reaching that one. Still a pretty high probability of reaching that one, and so on. Gradually decreasing probability the further we go down, because that's the way the world works, isn't it? That's the way maths works, really. So potentially, further down. What was interesting here was it's in the previous, was it just yesterday? Yeah, so there must have been the last live stream.
Yeah.
Or maybe on the 30-minute. Yeah, we talked about that, weren't we? With the there's compression coming up, and so that was a bullish sort of triangle-y uppy thing, because the price is compressing within that, but it didn't even get to do that bit. It just shot to the upside in any case. So it was pretty positive, of course. And woof, sorry. Closed off that retracement level there, perfection, doink, and came back down all the way down to there. And there didn't quite reach that one, so that's still active. That's still worth keeping in mind. But it did bounce off the 55 EMA and headed back up. So that in itself would have been a good sign that there's upward. And then, of course, we got that. Actually, kind of the hat, really. I drew it wrong. Let's do that again. Really, it's just back to there, isn't it? But yeah, upward trend. So that's another thing to keep in mind with this whole thing. Drop down again a bit. And so given the price, so the price has been kind of bouncing off there, sort of like low, higher low, could well come back down somewhere along here, to another higher low. Let's just extend that out a bit. And see what I mean? So that could mark out, or whether it is as soon as that, it could be a tumultuous thing to come down to there. But in any case, it might kind of wick down below that line if it's further along and above that level there. When it comes down to it, it might kind of wick down into it, and then within the same candle, just then kind of rebound and head back up. In which case, we potentially have another sort of compression type bullish triangle forming there, which that'd be nice if it does turn out to be further upside. If that completes and continues what it's doing, because it's got higher highs as well on the way up, kind of in line with those. Just draw them just to draw out the obvious, really. But yeah, those. So if the price does the same thing again, is kind of what it did there with that one, then it could do the same, doinking up. Yeah. Aussie, in my old car, we had to turn the aircon off. It gave us more power to overtake other cars on the highway.
Yeah, I had a Mitsubishi Pajero Pinning, so not the big Pajeros, but it was like a little one.
Yeah.
That was like that. It's literally, to overtake, you had to turn the aircon off. Yeah, rubbish.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was funny as well, because the Mitsubishi Pajero isn't called that in Spain. It's called Mitsubishi Montero, because the word Pajero or Pajero means wanker.
Obviously didn't quite do their research on that one, did they?
No, it's one of those things. Like the classic one was, well, there's two actually. Sorry, we should have a car show, really, don't we? Talk about ridiculous things about cars.
Yeah.
But
ironically, for that one, we spend all the time talking about crypto.
Yeah, probably. But the Vauxhall Nova is nova in Spanish means doesn't go. And
no vavavoom. Yeah.
yeah, and then, well, yeah, it's just literally nova, which is where words like vamos and all that comes from. And then you've got the Mazda. Is it the MR2? Is that Mazda or Toyota?
I think that was a Toyota, isn't it? The one that's an open top, I think, or had the open top option, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Toyota MR2, or if you pronounce it in French, MR2, which is basically it basically means shit. Brilliant. I mean, they must have thought, sat around that way. We've got to think of a word that works like in every language, like. I mean, somebody must have said at one point, sort of like something. I don't know, but anyway,
probably like the junior guy, the intern in the product design room or in the marketing room. He just spoke up and got just everybody ignored him or something.
Yeah, my favorite of all time though is this port in Sweden where I think it's called Wasserheim, or it begins with a W. And then someone decided to put all the staff in these nice sort of suits and stuff with this navy blue tie with a W for Wasserheim, and then for its nautical field, just put an anchor after it.
Oh no!
And they spent a fortune apparently on it. It was like the big port with like 1,000 employees, all got this like wanker tie,
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I love things like that.
Yeah, I guess that could be spelt out with emojis, couldn't it? I mean, I guess you have emoji letters, don't you? I think, or might just use a letter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good way to get around the YouTube comment censorship.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So actually, there's actual. Thank you, Scotty, by the way, for filling in while we just kind of talk crap an awful lot. But most of the news is from X, and living in the times we are, I take everything I see and read with a pinch of salt. Don't trust, verify. That's what I keep saying to Claude Code.
Okay.
Virtually that. I mean, not the whole thing, but yeah, just telling you. Anyway, so hello, Florian. Ladies, welcome and come on in. And don't trust verify this.
I think you're in a daft mood as well, aren't you, today?
I'm slightly, yeah. I think it's because I'm on holiday tomorrow. So, yeah. I swear too much, and if I come on your channel and you bleach my curses, it was like I'm talking Morse code. Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is, you could probably arrange it so that the Morse code is also swearing. That takes some doing.
But slower.
Yeah, exactly. Breaking the US economy added just 57,000 jobs in June, well below expectations of 110,000. That's a sharp slowdown from 172,000 the month before. That's pretty bad. The weakest job growth in months. And yet Bitcoin is doing a bit of a climb, isn't it, at the moment? We'll have to have it. I do wonder, actually. Let's have a quick look at. Maybe I'll jump to. I think it's on the 4 hour. I was going to say jump to a higher time frame. So S&P 500 is kind of started down, isn't it? Pretty much. Just go to the daily for a sec. No, okay. Today, as in yesterday, because they haven't opened yet, so that's fair. We'll see in 3/4 of an hour, I suppose, which direction they start going in. How's gold these days? We haven't really looked in on it very much lately. So gold is looking like it's just dipped into that box. That when would I have drawn that? But I suppose it can't have been that long ago, because it must have been when it just dipped in there, because it's been a while since we looked at gold. But yeah, so it was probably like that, due to that reason, unless it was. I really want to check back, because if it was just based on that liquidity there from that height to there, then that would have been quite something. Like, oh yeah, it's going to dip to there. Don't know, but in any case, yeah, it's dipped down in. That seems like it's gathered some fuel to lift off again, which is kind of starting to see. That's on the weekly. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I thought we were still on daily for some reason, but yeah, so I would have drawn that when it was kind of there, or maybe even there. But anyway, yeah, so it's dipped down into there. It's going to probably take off again. Switch to the daily. We've got the 200 daily SMA on there, and we've got that retracement level bearish. So we could kind of see, it's going to do its shenanigans to get up there, but then when it gets there, just watch out. We might see that along those lines as a point at which it rejects, and that would even make a bit of sense. It would even make a bit of sense, is what I'm saying, because that comes back to that kind of area of liquidity just there. So that could well be a point at which the price rejects, which is like about 5,011 per whatever. So yeah. But yeah, so I think the upshot from that even despite the I suppose the bad news there about the US jobs, haven't really, well, I suppose the market hasn't had time to react yet, has it, really, to that? So might see a bit of a drop. US oil, nice. That's kind of what we want to see, isn't it? But that's interesting. It's yeah, there we go. This is on the daily still. Heading down towards that retracement level. So we could well see a bit of a bounce just there. And that one, again, it really sort of ties in with kind of what we got. Oh, just going to switch on the retracement channel just for a second. See what we got. Because this one, okay, not very much, to be honest. But the 50% line, the fair value line there, does tie in with that retracement level back there. So it's one of those things you'd therefore kind of expect that level to become significant, because there is something going on at that level, even though it doesn't necessarily show up in the usual sort of liquidity zones and things that you might typically look at. But there is something going on at that price, and so whether it turns into the price doing that, and then that was meant to come down to there. But anyway, you see what I mean? Might be that, and also that level there will continue to draw, so that could be another bounce. Then whatever. So slightly longer term on that, just worth keeping in mind. What's the point of going to the 12 minutes on the gold chart? What am I doing? What am I doing? So yeah. On the 4 hour, we have a similar thing showing up on here, that the fair value level on this retracement channel does line up with that accumulation that went on just there. So again, another level to keep in mind when the price kind of presumably comes back up. Oh, did I say gold? Yes, look at oil. Silly me. So yeah, okay, so that's those. Back to our hieroglyphics. on here. So, anything in particular that you kind of want to talk about? Oh, Scotty saying new cars are going to be on a subscription basis. Yeah, you just wait. Major car retailers are already talking of charging extra subs for like remote start, sat nav, Bluetooth, etc. Toyota being one. It's horrible, isn't it? It's the shitification of services carried over to cars. So I think Tesla were slightly the pioneers of that, were they? Unfortunately, because like you buy a new Tesla model, whatever, and like half the stuff is disabled in the car. So yeah. So
yeah. So you pay like an extra, $6,000 or something to basically enable something that's already there. Sort of like your heated mirrors or something.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So it's actually the technology's there already. It's kind of annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll own nothing and be happy. Exactly that. Because then they've literally got a captive audience.
I'd love you to have a look at that GGP again, because
oh sure, yeah.
I did actually buy a bit at the start of the show actually, and it's
okay,
and it's gone up a little bit, and then it's come down.
Great lad. Let's see. I think because I accidentally made a good call on it yesterday, didn't I?
I think you did actually. I think it was good. I wish I got it when you said though, not when I did. But
sure. So I think Scotty bought some yesterday. I think from what you said in the Discord. So, congrats, but that was a bit accidental. Because I think at various points I was saying price is going to go up and price is going to go down. So whichever the coin flip was at the end, But in any case, yeah, that's my sort of humbleness done for the day, I think. So just can't stop staring at that, and that's just happened, isn't it, on the 12-minute chart? So we got not just the down; it was the teleport down to there from kind of then because it started drawing there. So and then that was a down. Then probably the down to somewhere. And given that there's that bullish retracement level started drawing there, but just.
I mean, is it wrong to look at this stuff on like the 1 minute time frame, or is that ridiculous? I don't know.
Well, it's moving, So we'd be talking about. I mean, on the 12-minute, it's like that'd be minus. That's a significant drop, for a stock, isn't it? 2.76% down. For it to come back down to there, and it just jumped that much when it plopped. 0.63%, 0.65%, call it 0.6%, just like in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe I should have a look at that one. Leveling up for a similar sort of thing, because it's that accumulation just there as well. There was a retracement level just there on the 1 minute. Played out pretty nice. Yep. The 1 minute also has the step 3 of that retracement level there, which is in play. So might expect it to, I don't know, it's going to go that way or that way. I'm not saying expect it to drop down to there immediately, but it could do that, and it might well being an expectation to the downside. It might kind of come down to that from before. Don't really want that to be there. I keep telling it to hide. Hide. So we're on the 12-minute. On 1 minute. Bring in the 45-minute retracements. maybe the 12-minute retracements. There you go. Bit more perspective on it there. Maybe if I look at it on the 1 hour. Yeah. So it's definitely it's trending to the upside, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of clearly, really. Another line there wouldn't really work, I think. But yeah, so as long as that upward trend isn't broken, then it's going to continue trending to the upside. Sorry for the tautology on that, but it did. So I mean, so that was, I think, from the 12. Yeah, that was a 12-minute retracement. That one just there, which it touched to. But maybe that's done now. So we might see it bounce maybe to that line and then continue on up. It might bounce to that upward trend potentially. Zoom that out a bit, or zoom in rather. As in, like, doink, steep climb. But how do I get this to just permanently not be there? I suppose if I click away, it goes. Anyway, yeah, don't know. It's that's my feeling on that. So yeah, if we look further out, maybe even further out, I'm just going to delete all my drawings actually off there. So yeah, the daily is kind of interesting. So it's got that. Actually, what is that one? All right, that's a 45-minute retracement in any case, but probably one to watch for. It's 6:05. No, 6:05 is where it's now, isn't it? That one is at 555, just there, and because it's done that. Now it's actually in a downtrend, coming back down from that high. So probably want to watch for that. So in that sense, yeah, downtrend on the daily.
Okay.
So as in, would be more like the probability would be higher that it's going to continue to the downside, because that's what the downtrend means. Obviously the downtrend will end at some point, and then it'll reverse and become an uptrend. But it's a downtrend until it isn't. So it's probably the slightly infuriating observation on it. So similarly on the daily, it's still kind of it's well below the 9 EMA. So it would have to kind of climb up a fair amount to sort of prove itself, and then get onto the upside. It's possible that could be the ironic. This could be kind of where it's pivoted. Zoink, zoink. Maybe that was the end of the downtrend. But it's one of those things we don't really quite know until it's done it. Because these ones, when it was, excuse me, I mean that was a significant downtrend. Sorry, but it did have some bullish daily candles on the way down, and it might just be doing a bit more of that. I mean that is 2 bullish candles in a row, and this one started significantly up from the previous day. So but yeah, this seems much more like a sort of like a not short term because it's on daily, but medium term pullback. I think rather than it's just going to head down now. It's had its day. Just a little pullback, and then it's probably going to carry on to the upside, I would think.
Okay.
2-day, yeah, and so on. So we might be sort of done. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I was just going to show you one thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just before we go, though. Do you remember that guy I met in Spain last year, Keith Waring?
Yes. Yeah.
He used to
you
have
did a video. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to have a channel called Keith's Crypto Trades, and he had a Discord group called Profit Sniper, I think.
Sure.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, of course.
And he sent me something this morning, which I thought was quite interesting. So it was basically looking at this. So this is the weekly chart for Bitcoin, and he was looking at this parallel channel here, which looks quite interesting actually. And what he was saying is looking at the MACD, which I haven't used the MACD for years actually, but sort of looking at
MACD.
remember that. So what he's looking for here is looking for the actual MACD to go positive again, go green here. Which would give a nice push up. But that kind of gives quite cool targets actually, so obviously if the price went up there to the top of that sort of thing, you're up in the sort of like 135 grand sort of area again, so
yeah,
if that was to continue, you could see very big Bitcoin prices in the next few years, maybe.
Yeah, it would be nice. And I think that still ties in with the diminishing returns thing.
Yeah.
But diminishing returns obviously doesn't mean that there aren't still like big gains to be had.
Yeah.
Because there's still obviously like a big range between kind of the bear market low and the bull market top.
Yeah. So I mean, even from that side of the channel to the other side of the channel, is 100% increase.
Yeah.
So do that on 10x leverage, and you'd be laughing. It's going to be the. I don't know. I mean, do you think it's going to be possible to sort of like actually try and snipe the bottom of this bear market and ride it all the way up in a crypto style? I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Thank you, Ozzy, by the way. Ascending triangle. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'll see what you're saying there, Scotty. I did, and I wasn't happy about it, but
okay. Is that something you'd rather talk about off air? About that one?
I don't want to be negative about it because
sure. Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to help actually, but yeah, I did see that, and the guy in question has been in touch with me personally about it as well. So yeah, it's another
one of those little moments.
Yeah, really. Anyway, shall we? Okay, sorry, massive pumping gold and silver.
Blimey.
Okay.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay. If you don't mind, if I grab the screen back for a second.
No, do whatever you want.
All right.
Within reason,
Yeah, within reason. Yeah. That is wow. Look at that. Good gosh. So it's on the daily. Wonder what it looks like on the 3 minute. caught by a super up, I might say. Because if you had gone long there and held it,
yeah,
it would have stayed in profit and then kawumpa. So that would have been nice. This is starting to light up red, and it's the red bar intensified a bit on that one just there, where of course the price. So it started to light up red there on that one, and then the next one it came down. This was looking very overbought at that point, but yeah, wow, okay. Because I wonder why gold and silver is still that alt season. Yeah, and we want it back. So Scotty just saying that no worries. Hope you lads don't feel I'm sorry. Not at all, mate. Not at all. Actually, very grateful that you and the others here are chatting away. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And weak jobs means okay. Rate cuts.
Is that right?
Brilliant. I feel bad for all the unemployed people, but you know, still, woohoo!
Yeah. Well, work is overrated anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Just buy Bitcoin. What with? Yeah. Swim took a loan out and bought gold at its low in 2014. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I want to comment on that, but it'll sound like I'm encouraging borrowing money to invest. But, so that's pretty good.
Who's Swim?
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Company, I assume. Their competitor Sync didn't do so well. So expect volatility indeed. What are you just kind of wrapping up a bit now? Just take care of yourselves and those around you. Shall certainly attempt to do so. And thank you, and same to you as well, actually. Someone who is swim.
Okay. I see.
Nice. Yeah. So I just keep trying to think. There was something else I was going to mention. I think it was maybe actually if I minimize this, because obviously I was doing the thing with the thing about
the what's it?
Where did I go? Is it this? No. Sorry, just give me a sec. Oh yeah, because I kind of had to. So I was doing the Claude Code thing. I'll just show you this for a sec, because I was using it to just produce some short videos excerpted from various like Mafftopia YouTube videos that are produced sort of fairly recently. And so I've actually got lots of short videos now lined up for the days when I'm away. So I'll publish one of those a day. I'm hoping to get a couple of more like long form videos lined up as well. But in any case, so I was having to tell Claude this sort of thing. Maybe just do that, zoom in a bit. So in the shorts, so I created a shorts, or it's created a shorts skill. So I could just type, go into the right directory and tell it to run the short skill in there, and it just goes like, there's a excuse me, there's a video here with subtitles and blah blah blah, and just goes like bang bang bang, just identifies all the individual, or picks out good candidates for short videos, and then just produces it all and comes up with like recommended titles and descriptions and hashtags and all of the things. Excuse me, but I did notice in its in the descriptions there were still quite a few like AI giveaways, like red flags, like this: government barely functions, the seas are full of new creatures, Europe is being mislaid. This is for a post-apocalyptic novel, but I was then like telling it, because that, when you see that sort of thing, it's just like, oh yeah, that's been written by an AI. So just like soften it a bit. It's all right, relax. Since the government barely functions, just oops. I dragged a T across. Just turn it into a sentence. None of this like staccato, back, 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 back. Just make it pleasant to read. You know, the government barely functions, comma, and so on, and Europe has been mislaid. So it's like that sort of thing. You do have to keep on at it a bit, but also particularly tell it to update the skill or the instruction or whatever, so that it remembers next time. And it's like just bit by bit, it kind of gradually builds up. Don't know if that was really to do with anything, to be honest, in particular, but maybe on here. Oh yeah, actually we talked about that. So I did a whole video that I haven't published yet about using Claude Code to vibe code the next version of this, which is now published. The new version of this is now on maftopia.com. Maybe reload it. There you go. Bear pennant. So it's got this sort of thing. I think it has. Yeah, it has now. So it now has. Let's do that. The pattern, the chart pattern names. It puts them into the URL, so that if I go to the back, you can kind of see like. Oh, actually, it doesn't. That's something else I'll need to. So it'll have to update the title as well. So you'll have the pattern name in the title. So that'll be another update. Okay. But in any case, each of those goes back to a particular chart pattern, and you can also then just kind of bookmark a particular pattern. You know, you could send it to someone, and so on, and so that's there. And the video to go with that will be up shortly, probably with a whole bunch of like different YouTube shorts extracted from that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just need to move this up for a second. Ooh, God, there's a Linux glitch. So yeah, sorry, just a second. Yeah, that'll do. So okay, there, back, and so on this thing, there's these are the shorts that have already come out. Those are the gigantic forehead cam on that particular one and that one. But I've sort of fixed that since. But so yeah, I've got a whole load of these like lined up now to be released each day. But I did just want to mention it that if you go to playlists, then yeah, so there's like science news speedrun playlist. So you can just like choose a playlist and like let it, if you wanted to, you know, just like let it play through the playlist. But the where is it? Yeah, Maftopia Daily Shorts playlist. If it sort of went to that, then it's quite a nice way to just have it kind of play through a whole bunch of different shorts and things. We need to do that thing again. Just a sec. Sublimation. Actually, that's okay. Yeah, let's bring it back. So there you go. So there's a whole like it'll just play through them. Let's just play this one, and then we'll probably wrap up. Do you think if you're okay with that? So this one is just about a science fiction book that's just been released called Sublimation. Can you hear the audio?
Just about.
Say again? Sorry.
Not very well.
Oh, it's probably not coming through the thing. It's just being picked up by the microphone, I think.
Okay.
Oh well, I won't play more of that then. But yeah, let's go and check it out anyway. YouTube.com/@Maftopia. I think is the thing.
Okay. I think this question Scotty was asking here. I think that'd be a good thing for Maftopia, actually. You know, does anyone else feel like?
Oh yeah.
Or
time speeding.
Yes, but I always have.
Yeah, and it's not just as we're getting older we start to notice it. I think that was put out there as a sort of crutch, to people. But because even my grown-up daughter sort of says, like, that she feels like time is accelerating, just years flash by, and it shouldn't be like that,
No.
Yeah. One thing I would note is that if you think back on an event that was a year ago, some significant event for a year or whatever, a nice happy event from a year ago, and you think, my God, has it actually been a whole year since that thing? You've definitely lived a whole year in that time. It's just, so I do wonder if, I mean, I kind of add credence. I do lend credence. I should lend you my credence to the idea of time actually accelerating, but also think in terms of just like a whole year's worth of stuff has happened in that year. It's just that when you're thinking about now and that moment, now, so I can do like little finger puppets, now in that event like a year ago, you're just thinking about the two. So you're currently in your memory, or like, conscious thought of memory thing, that there isn't the year's worth of stuff. You're just thinking about that and that. So it feels like that was just now, I'd be careful how I was doing the hand movements then. So from that point of view, yeah, or even thinking about something that only happened last month, it's like, oh my God, a whole month just went by, like in an instant. It's because you're not really thinking about the bits in between. So I wonder if it's just our perception, just purely our memories, might be changing in that sense. And I knock on from that, I wonder if it's to do with everything has become short form, shorter attention spans, YouTube shorts, it's topical, and all these sorts of things. But then again, COVID was 7 years ago. What the hell? Yeah, I remember being absolutely flabbergasted when someone pointed out recently that it was 7 years ago. It's like, no, 7 years ago.
Well,
as an AI would say, not 1 year, not 3 year, but this is 7 years.
Why does it do that? Why does it do that?
It's such a weird thing for it to pick up on, isn't it? Even if it just swapped it around, it would be a bit more natural. Like if it was like, it was 7 years ago, not just 1 or 3, just then it doesn't sound like an AI.
Yeah, the other solution is, so the other thing it does is it says things like the solution is simple, and then it'll say something, or it say the position is clear, and yeah, it's just weird. It's bits of it's almost like it's got one style of speaking, and
yeah, definitely, because given it's got like the entire corpus of everything humanity has ever written, albeit probably without permission, that they gathered it, but still they got it all, and yet it all like lapses into that kind of, it's almost like Gen Z speak a lot of the time. But it's not, I don't know if it's even that, it's just something weird, isn't it?
yeah.
Anyway, when a kid, everything is new, so time causes longer causes. I think so, but that I think that there is a bit of that. But as I was saying, like even younger people now are also kind of commenting that time just seems to have accelerated. So I think if it isn't time itself, space-time itself doing, it's being messed with, which I wouldn't count out. But even if it wasn't that, I think just the sort of speedy uppy lifestyles that we have now are probably contributing to it as well. It's just the way our memories now work, the way we've accidentally trained them, or it could be that. And that is going to be the next thing, isn't it? Just genetically modified mosquitoes released everywhere. They've already kind of started on that, haven't they? There was a Mafftopia video on that as well. It's worth checking out. Not enough people watched that one. I think it was suppressed by YouTube.
Probably by the mosquitoes.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. Now we know who's ruling the earth. So need to stop the Groundhog Days. Easier said. Yeah, just it's the being stuck in your local minima. Just yeah, it's so easy to get trapped in a local minima, just round and round and round and round and round, and harder to break out of it, I think. Meh. Younger people whinge about too much. Ha, they're far too spoiled. Yep. Said every older generation ever. but it is true as well. So we need to test that theory, Kaz. One day I'll love to be a digital nomad. What does it take to be a digital? Do you have to do a course, get a certificate or something to be a digital nomad?
No, I think you just have to have a laptop and go to Thailand.
I thought you were going to say go to Starbucks.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
I could do that.
Yeah, me
don't
too.
like Thailand. It's too far away.
I'd rather go to Thailand, but
yeah. To be honest, I'd love to go to Thailand. Closest I got was Vietnam. That was great.
I went to Thailand, but I was only there for 3 days. It was like,
stop over.
No, that was actually my final destination. But I was
okay.
I went to a conference there, Chiang Mai SEO, and I got a flight from. I was living in the French Alps at the time, and I got a flight from Milan to Oman, and then Oman to Bangkok, and then Bangkok to Chiang Mai. And my first flight from Milan was delayed by 6 hours, which meant that when I got to Oman, I'd missed the plane. So I had to spend the night in Oman, which I must admit was the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in my life. And then I got a plane the next day to Bangkok, and then I had to wait another day to get a plane up to Chiang Mai. So I'd planned a couple of extra days there to see some elephants and mountains and all that. But then this mate of mine phoned me up or messaged me saying, "Oh, there's a spare place on the mastermind day today, which is like the extra day that I didn't have a ticket for." He said it's well worth doing. So get yourself in a cab and come over to the other side of the town. So I did that. So I actually had no spare time at all there at all. I literally went to the conference and that was it. And then I came home. Yeah. So that was it. Really.
Oh, yeah.
But
may as well have just logged in remotely from the sounds of it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to go there. And it was kind of was good to sort of to know that I think Chiang Mai would annoy me because crossing the road is so difficult. And that would get on my nerves. That would get on my nerves.
Yeah, I remember that in like Ho Chi Minh City as well. Just like just an absolute swarm of mopeds. And it seemed absolutely chaotic. Then you sort of realised that they're actually moving fairly slowly, really, in a swarm, mostly in one prevailing direction. And it's just like,
but
getting used to the idea of just like you just step out, and as long as you walk like at a steady pace, like speeding up and slowing down or changing direction quickly, and you kind of catch their eye as well. Not all of them, that'd be weird, but and just walk around, and they kind of factor you in to their slightly erratic journey. So there's method in it. It's swarm theory probably, and then it's just safe to walk across the road, but crazy, I quite space cutting. Sorry, just saying, like Thailand for a single person is full of surprises. So I mean, like rent a moped and go exploring in those nice rock formations, and that's not what you mean, is it? Kaz, love Thailand. Yeah, I want to go there.
Okay.
I'm envious of those who have been, but then envy isn't a great thing, is it? It's just plan to go there. 4 minutes still open. Oh, bleeding heck! Wow. Okay.
See,
No,
that's
it's
definite
fine.
proof that time does go at I mean, we could have actually, you could have watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang instead of listening to our stream.
And time would have extended to like, probably the space of a year. Yeah, that's how to get our time back, isn't it? Just endless reruns of old, like, was it black and white? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? No, it's like Technicolor, isn't it? So,
yeah. No, it was a full production. That was. It was amazing. Oh God, should we stop on for an extra 2 minutes?
Now it's 2 minutes. What's going on?
I know. My egg is barely boiled.
Yeah. That's a okay. Yeah, I don't want to go there, but it's a double meaning to that one. That's very polite Victorian sex. Forsooth, madam, but my egg is barely boiled.
Brilliant.
Oh, sorry. That's bad. I'm laughing at my own jokes now. It's terrible.
What chart's that you got up there?
Oh yeah, okay. Not the right one. Is
go and stick it on something on the what? Stick it on
Bitcoin. React.
Stick it on Bitcoin on the 1 minute or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Dumb power, I reckon.
Oop. Reset. I wonder how relevant or important these scribbles were today. Do that.
They were probably highly important at the time.
Yeah.
Right. This
Never
will be
search
the last...
Portuguese breakfast in the internet. Oof. Thank you for the warning.
This will be the last me and maff live stream until next Wednesday. So do enjoy this last minute.
Till next Thursday as well.
A Thursday, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So nearly there. Be nice if I had like seconds on your computer, sort of, so you can go 5, 4. But there again, you get a little delay, don't you? With
actually, that's true. Yeah, but the you have your improvised bell, didn't you?
I know. I'm poised.
Oh, brilliant! Okay, got it ready.
There you go. Market's open.
Yeah. Just in time, Mr. Delta. Hello.
Oh, all right. We're just off actually.
All right.
You've missed some right hold.
Are there any other things?
There you go. Dumping away.
It really is, isn't it? Just while that's happening, I'll literally a few of these. My dream 2. But yeah, it's all a bit kind of to sum it up.
So
who's coming back up again? So, I'm doing these in the wrong order. Get as fast as get older. To keep telling myself I need to keep doing new things. That makes you feel like it is whizzing past less. That's the thing. Yeah. But new things away from the computer, away from your phone, and so on.
Yeah.
Should go to the. Is it more or less dramatic thing if I go to like 30 seconds generally?
Oh, it's more dramatic.
Oh, do that then. Oh, mind you, what that does is it pauses for a long time. Bounce. Okay. So, like, I think yesterday we were talking about like whether there are stats available for just if the initial fast moving direction on market open, because it tends to be like, big move that way, big move that way, big move that way, that sort of thing, probably that sort of thing, or the other way around. But how often is it that first prevailing direction turns out to be the one that it then moves in. It sets the theme for the rest of the day.
I know what you're saying.
One wonders. Anyway, that has done its. It started there, didn't it? Down, lots of up, now a whole lot of down. So that could set down for the rest of the day. But I think from what's been said in the chat generally, you'd kind of expect a bit more up. I think if the weak jobs market is positive for Bitcoin and so on, the risk on assets, I suppose.
Yeah, it's looking all right actually. Yeah. Anyway, should we bugger off?
I think so. It's got to that time.
All right.
Glad we stayed for the old thingy doody.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I've had a right laugh today, and it's been really good fun.
It has been good fun. Yeah, I think. I think it's good that you started off in a good mood as well. I'm not saying you're normally really grouchy, but yeah.
I can't really say why actually, but it's to do with that job thing I'm doing. But anyway, there was quite a lot of training involved, and then there was a kind of like a final thing where I kind of pass and become qualified, and that happened this morning. So I'm
brilliant.
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, excellent.
Anyway, so cool. Right, thanks so much everybody for coming along. Really appreciate you being here, and I will be doing streams while Maff is away. I might do them a little bit different now. If anyone does want to come on the stream with me and have a chat, please get in touch and we'll make that happen. Meanwhile, check out all the links below. Check out Mafftopia as well as Save with Crypto, obviously. And I'll see you next week, mate.
Yeah, look forward to that. And cheers.
Right.